So you're starting Medicare and you're seeing all these abbreviations: IEP, AEP, PDP, MAPD. What do they all mean? But for this video, we're going to talk about ICEP. So for those who are starting Medicare, 3 months before you're 65, the month of, and 3 months after you turn 65 or start Medicare, that is your ICEP, or initial coverage election period. And so this is the time where you have to do a couple things. Number one, you have to make sure you don't get any penalties. So a lot of people don't know that, hey, you have to get drug coverage at this time, or you'll see a penalty if you get it later on, right? And that penalty is 1% per month in perpetuity. So if you miss your initial coverage election period and you have to wait until the annual election period, which is, an abbreviation of AEP, you'll actually see a penalty on your Part D, and that's 1% of the annual drug cost premium. It's about $33 a month, meaning every month that you miss your ICEP and then get drug coverage later on, you'll actually see about a 33-cent per month penalty on that in perpetuity of your Medicare. So make sure you don't do that. The other thing you have to do is make sure you have Part B, B as in boy, in place for your Medicare within your ICEP. And the reason for that is if you don't pick it up, now if you're delaying Medicare, you're working, you have creditable coverage at work, that's totally fine. You can work through your ICEP, if you will. You'll get another one later on, but make sure that you pick up Part B at this time, because if you don't, you'll see penalties later on. And let's be honest, you don't want to go without Part B, because that means you have no coverage in place. And so if you're turning 65, this is your ICEP. It's 3 months before, the month of, and 3 months after you turn 65. You can enroll into 2 programs during this time. A Medicare supplement, that's called open enrollment. That's 6 months before the month of and 6 months after. The time that you actually use ICEP is the 3 months before, the month of, 3 months after, and that's where you enroll into prescription drug coverage and a Medicare Advantage plan. You can't have those two together. You would get a prescription drug plan with a Medicare supplement, and then you'd get a Medicare Advantage plan by itself with hopefully a hospital indemnity plan or some cancer coverage to fill in your gaps. But that is what ICEP is.